The road to the Mann Cup continues here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. It's Game 5 between the Cobourg Kodiaks and the Six Nations Chiefs. Hi again, everybody. Isaac Carmichael filling in for Mark Perry alongside Daryl Smart, who will be joining me in a minute. The Six Nations Chiefs come back here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena after a big victory in Game 4 back in Cobourg and Baltimore Arena. As we take a look at the head-to-head in this series, as you can see, the Six Nations Chiefs trying to close things out here tonight with a victory over the Kodiaks, while the Kodiaks trying to defend elimination and bring it back to Cobourg with a 3-2 series deficit. Six Nations, this series has been putting up a lot of goals. 44 goals through the first 4 games, including a 15-goal performance in Game 1, and then most recently a 14-goal performance in Game 4 back in Cobourg. Ball drop just moments away for Game 5, but first we'll send down the floor for the pregame presentation. And the pregame ceremonies have concluded, and we are ready for Game 5 between the Six Nations Chiefs and the Cobourg Kodiaks. That presentation was a celebration of the U9 Six Nations OLA A champions this season, and giving recognition for a great accolade here in Six Nations for the great accomplishment. As the Six Nations Chiefs try to build off of that with the clinching 4th win of the playoff series against this Cobourg Kodiaks team, who were victorious the last time we were here Sunday night at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. As the Kodiaks start with possession here early on, just 20 seconds in, Tanner Buck with a long shot, skips wide. Tanner Buck for the Cobourg Kodiaks has been very good of late. He started out 1 goal for the first 2 games in this series, and of late, the last 2 games, he's been able to get the scoring back and find his rhythm. 5 points in the last 2 games of this series. As Randy Stotts takes a quick shot, and Ulliman makes the first save for the Kodiaks, who has started all 5 games for this Kodiaks team in the playoffs. Only played 3 games in the regular season from injury. As the Six Nations Chiefs get their second chance here, the shot clock winding down to 15 seconds. Austin Stotts has it now at the elbow. Austin Stotts, a goal in every game this series, including a 7-goal performance in Game 1. He has 13 goals through the first 4 games in this series. Six Nations with the possession, a quick pass out in front. Jackson couldn't quite handle it. as Cobourg's the other way. And joining me now at the booth is Daryl Smart, who was a photographer during that pregame ceremony.
I had to catch my win there.
We saw you running on screen there on your way back up.
At least the legs were moving. But what an absolute treat it was to have that U9 Six Nations minor lacrosse team here. Of course, we talked already. A lot of future Chiefs going to be on that team, that's for sure.
As the current Chiefs have it now in the Kodiak zone at the elbow, working around the perimeter early on are the Six Nations Chiefs. Brendan Baumberry, who was not in Game 3.
He was coaching
in Game 4. He was coaching in Game 3.
He was coaching the U9s. He and of course Wayne Hill, and you know what, Wayne Hill, former Six Nations Chiefs, he was one of the coaches as well.
As you saw David Anderson get his first touch of the series. This is his first game back from injury, as he was injured against the Six Nations Chiefs late in the regular season. And he makes his return at a great time where the Kodiaks need some goals and some offense as they try to work their way back into this series, as they have dug themselves into a little bit of a hole here, down 3-1.
The Cobourg Kodiaks really have to play desperate tonight. You know what I mean? They've this first 5 to 10 minutes is going to be super crucial for the Kodiaks this evening. They got to play physical. They have to play with a ton of intensity and with purpose tonight if they want to put this or extend this series.
As Rowan Kelly back the other way in transition, back out in front, there's a quick shot. Hill makes a nice save. That squeaks by him, but not between the posts. They often say that the fourth game in the series is the hardest to win.
Absolutely, not a cliche.
As Bell carries out the other way, back out in front, there's a quick shot. Just misses wide off of Baumberry at the doorstep. As the ball's now in the corner now for Cole. Plays it back to Jackson, swings it to the near wall for Sundown. Sundown works his way in, spinning, trying to throw one towards the goal. That ball gets knocked loose, and it's Kodiak's ball.
And obviously the ball's in the Six Nations Chiefs court tonight. This is, the Peterborough Lakers have punched their ticket to another MSL final, so they've done their job. Now it's the Six Nations Chiefs' job, and obviously the Cobourg Kodiaks trying to prevent that from happening.
As the Peterborough Lakers swept Brooklyn in the semifinal, the other semifinal matchup. As a loose ball in the corner, picked up and corralled by the Chiefs, and they'll carry it out the other way, led by LeClaire. Here's Lyle Thompson, 6 goals in his last 2 games, hat tricks in both games 3 and 4. He has it now at the elbow. Thompson waits at the top of the key, swings it across for Jackson. Jackson back out in front. Here's Austin Stotts. He scores! Austin Stotts, 4:02 into the first period, opens up the scoring and gives the Chiefs the 1-0 lead.
Austin Stotts just doing what Austin Stotts has done all season long and all playoff long. What a goal here. We look at the replay. Quite honestly, if you go back to the Six Nations Chiefs Instagram, Randy Stotts in a reel scored almost similarly to that, just down to the other end. But here, Austin just finds room. He does what he does best, just finds room, finds the hole right alongside the post there, and that's just a well-placed shot. Nothing fancy. He didn't use brute strength. That was just pure finesse, which is kind of funny because he brings a little bit of everything to the table.
A goal scorer's goal there right out in front. His 14th of the playoffs. Give him goals in each of the first 5 games of this playoff series, as he looks to continue the offensive trend that he set here in the first round.
One thing I've noticed through just kind of cutting through video and whatnot of this series, a lot of goals the Chiefs have scored in that area, just along the pipe. And again, Orleman not giving much room. It doesn't matter who's in net for the Kodiaks, they're not giving much room. Like you said, it's a goal scorer's goal.
As the ball's back into the Kodiak zone, as the Six Nations Chiefs trying to get their second on the night. Randy Stotts takes a quick shot. Orleman makes the save. Loose ball gets picked up and gathered by the Kodiaks, Hunter Agus. As the Kodiaks, Conley will carry it out into the Chiefs zone. Here is Austin Murphy. He was out of the lineup in Game 4 back in Cobourg. As he gets back in the lineup here and sends it across for Moyer. Carson Moyer has been hot of late for this Kodiaks team, coming off a hat trick in Game 4. He had 1 point in his final 4 games in the regular season.
He's fantastic.
Did Moyer, but he's been really hot of late. 9 points for the first 4 games in this playoffs. Here's Austin Stotts looking for his second. Whips one just off the blocker of Orleman as the clock resets back to 30. Here's Lyle Thompson now working his way in. Thompson in, shoots. Orleman makes the save and hangs on.
What a quick first step for Lyle Thompson. He gets that quick step, creates a ton of space for himself, and right along the elbow. Nice shot, but a beautiful save by Orleman.
We saw that back in Game 3, back here at the ILA, where Thompson scored his 3rd goal of the game on a similar looking play. As Hill gets his first couple of touches in the Chiefs' crease against this Kodiaks offense, but back on the attack are the Chiefs. Here's Randy Stotts now. Far at the elbow, lays it back. There's a quick shot from the elbow. That was held on by Orleman. And there's a violation called, so it's Six Nations ball in the Kodiak zone. Austin Stotts quickly trying to get a good shot away, sending it across to Leclerc, but just over his head. Violation called, Chiefs ball. Here's Austin Stotts now. Slowing things down here in the Kodiak zone. Back to his brother Randy Stotts. He quick fires and scores.
Oh boy, oh boy.
The brother connection. Austin Stotts opens up the score, and then Randy Stotts gets the second marker for the Chiefs. They're up 2-0 early on.
What a that's just a backyard scoop pass underhand, and Randy finishing it off in that similar area. You know what I mean? We've been talking a lot about it, and the Six Nations Chiefs coming out flying right now. And again, they've slowed it down, and there's the underhand pass playing in the backyard. That one just slipped by Orleman, and I think that's one that he'd like back as the Six Nations Chiefs take a 2-0 lead here, 13:32 remaining in the first period. But we're talking about intensity. The Kodiaks really need to find an answer in these next 3 minutes, like we were saying. The physicality, they're not really showing it right now. They showed it pregame during the warm-up.
Yeah,
there was a little bit of a skirmish. We got some footage of that one.
You had some nice lines there on that one.
I know. I was sitting right in the Chiefs bench, and Brody Burkhoff went to get a ball on the other side, and at least what I saw was he exchanged some words. I think it was with Brian Cole, and then everybody and anybody was at center, and I was thinking, all I was thinking was I didn't want to put on my MSL executive hat at some point.
I was expecting you to come right in the middle and break it up.
I thought about it because it's like it's one of those things. Why? And again, I guess you do it from an executive member standpoint. I don't want to see any of these guys suspended. I want to see these guys showcase their talents.
There's Austin Stotts trying to showcase his talents there. He gets knocked down. You definitely see it through a different lens as a MSL executive than a fan.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I don't want to see that. And as a league, it's been a pretty clean season. It's been fantastic. Parity within MSL, and just overall clean play. Quite honestly, and of course you're going to have the odd incident, but nothing too bad this year. And it's been fantastic lacrosse all around the board in MSL.
As that ball goes up and out of play, so it's Kodiak's ball. The Chiefs started out hot in Game 4 on the road. They jumped out to an 8-1 lead, 7 goals in the first period, and they are on pace of doing similar damage here early on. Here's Cole now entering the Kodiak zone. Cole with some space, he shoots, just misses wide as the ball comes back for Leclerc. To Sundown. Sundown sends it down low as the Chiefs work around the perimeter. Here's Cole now at the elbow, back up to Sundown. Sundown tries to whip one across to Leclerc, just out of his reach. Bouncing ball in the corner now as the battle ensues, and the shot clock winds down to 0, so it's Kodiak's ball.
That's better defense on the part of the Kodiaks. That was great defense. They were coming to the Chiefs, and that's what they need to do. They need to go to the Chiefs. They can't just sit back and let them dictate.
There's a turnover now as the Chiefs back the other way in transition. Here's Lyle Thompson, and close, he scores! Jeremy Thompson gets the feed and has a lot of time and space at the doorstep and makes it 3-0 for the Chiefs.
That was pretty. That was just pretty transition, grabbing a loose ball, pass, and then you could have ordered the chicken wrap at the store here at the ILA. Got the chicken wrap and then shot. And Jeremy Thompson had a ton of time here.
Just a great passing play, tic-tac-toe right to Jeremy Thompson. This Chiefs team can score in a variety of ways. They can outpower you, they can outpass you, they can out-finesse you. We've seen all of that already early on.
And it's one thing they want to do. And talking to Joey Capito, earlier on before the game, and he was talking about the response after the close loss here on Sunday night. The Kodiaks getting on the board in the series, but more importantly, Joey was talking about the response of the Chiefs. And like you said, they had that 8-1 run in the first period, and tonight they've got another just another run right now.
8-1 run to lead game 4, and then they really never look back, winning 14-6.
And if you're a Kodiaks fan, you got to stop the bleeding somehow here.
As they get a chance here offensively, they really haven't touched much of the ball here early on relative to the Chiefs. As Austin Murphy will slow things down here with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's the Rookie of the Year, Anderson. Screen is set by Murphy. Long shot from Anderson, blocked out in front by Cree. And still carried out over the timeline as the Chiefs regroup. Here's Sundown now with some speed. Sundown in, back out in front. There's a quick shot stopped by Orleman. Rebound out in front. Blocked on the rebound attempt. Cree had a chance up close, but was blocked in front by a Kodiaks defender. Big hit behind the net by Conley, and the whistle blows the play dead.
It's a nice clean hit.
So it will be ruled as Chiefs ball in the Kodiak zone, as they're back on the attack.
And like you said, the Chiefs are coming out flying, and it's something that they did in that blowout win in game 3.
As Cole enters the crease there.
One-handed.
Oh, nifty there. Getting a little creative here are the Chiefs. Just midway through the first period, just reaching the halfway point. As Woods has it now for the Kodiaks. Drape right on top of him are a couple of Chiefs as he gets smothered into the boards.
They are not letting the Kodiaks get even within the restraining line.
They're not giving them much time and space as Hendricks' pass gets broken up. Goes all the way back into the Kodiak zone. Orleman will have to play it back into the Chiefs end with the shot clock winding down.
Very similar to a full court press almost, and half court press in basketball. Just they're just pressing. The Chiefs' transitional defense just phenomenal right now.
And here's Randy Stotts from the elbow, long shot. Stopped by Orleman. As Austin Stotts will pick it up and slow it down with 27 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Stotts. Back across, Lyle Thompson has it now. Working his way in, screen is set by Randy Stotts. Back to Randy Stotts in front. Nice passing play there from Lyle Thompson. But a nice kick save from Orleman.
That was a great save by Orleman.
Pass taken away by Thompson. Back for Randy Stotts. He's in. Just misses wide. Thompson on the rebound. He's back out in front, slows it down. As a turnover to Lyle Thompson. Quickly, the Chiefs transition, get a chance up close.
Everybody talks about the creativeness and the offense of Lyle Thompson, but there's a defensive element to his game as well. He's shown it throughout the season, and especially in this series, he's done that where he's the first guy back. In this case, he read the play out. He was out by the Kodiak bench, read the play, took about 5 steps, intercepted the ball. Just fantastic reading of the game. He doesn't see the floor not only offensively but defensively as well.
Right, Daryl. Thompson did come across the entire width of the court just to intercept that pass. Great anticipation from the reigning MVP. There's the reigning Rookie of the Year. Anderson throws one towards the goal. That was blocked. As the Kodiaks get called on the over and back as it's Chiefs ball once again, and really the Kodiaks can't get much going offensively here, Daryl.
No, it's almost suffocating, this defense. They're not letting them anywhere. And that's one thing that the Kodiaks were able to do. Oh, there's that shot. Sorry.
Shane Jackson from the elbow sneaks one past Orleman, and just like that, the Chiefs take a 4-0 lead.
Shane Jackson kind of doing what he's done all along this season as well. He's just picked his spots, and he's really found his role with this team since being acquired midway through the season. And this is just a simple lacrosse. Found an opening, use the defender here. There it is again. And again, that lunge on the defense. They're lunging towards Jackson, and again, you get a shooter like that, Orleman's not going to see that. You gotta go to him. Don't want to stick. You know what I mean? There
were 2 Kodiak bodies right out in front. Shane Jackson has been hot for this Chiefs team. He has now 9 points in the last 5 periods for the Chiefs. He got 4 assists and a goal in Tuesday night's victory.
He's one of those guys that Dwayne Jacobs acquired during the season to add depth, because he knew full well that for about a week and a half to 2 weeks, the Chiefs needed someone or needed a couple of players to step up. Well, 6 or 7 guys were at the World Championships, and Shane Jackson was one of those guys that really stepped up during that period, and he cemented himself into the lineup.
The Georgia Swarm in the NLL as Cole has it now at the elbow. Cole working his way in, has the Thompson brothers on the other side, tries to play it to Lyle Thompson, but that's picked up by Randy Stotts. Backwards pass in front, Thompson scores! What a pass from Randy Stotts, sets up Lyle Thompson, and the Chiefs blow it open here in the first period. It's 5-0.
This is just pretty lacrosse. Plain and simple. That's all it is. It's just pretty to watch. You have that behind back pass by Randy. It's been like peanut butter and jam for this the Six Nations Chiefs team. Behind the back pass to Lyle, and Lyle just all alone, and you give Lyle Thompson that much space. What are you going to do? That's not alone there. That's not on alone, and that's on the defense side.
Just a fantastic setup there by Randy Stotts. Lyle Thompson gets his 9th goal of the playoffs. As we get another look here at the replay, and look at this feed from Stotts. Whip.
Oh, man.
Just brings the defense out and then brings that backhand pass. Fantastic stuff there from the Chiefs offense.
And it's just the familiarity of these players, you know what I mean? And a lot's been said about why Lyle Thompson is playing for the Chiefs this summer, not in the PL, and yada, yada, yada. But if you've ever been in the Chiefs dressing room, these guys are all friends. They've known each other forever. You know what I mean? And after a game, they're all just sitting there laughing. Even if there's only 3, 4, 5 guys left at the end of the night, and they're just sitting there telling stories, just enjoying each other's company, and it really translates on it.
Yeah. You can definitely see the chemistry and the connections between these players.
Absolutely.
On Six Nations. As Cree will carry it out over center. Bring it down for Sundown. Sundown working his way in. 18 seconds left on the shot clock as he throws things down the near side. Sundown pick and roll with Cole. He's in. Takes a shot right at the doorstep. Orleman's there to turn that one aside. Back the other way are the Kodiaks. Liam Patton. Back for Tanner Buck. And he'll send it down low for Moyer. Moyer at the corner. Hat-trick in game 4. Working his way in, but immediately met by a couple of Chiefs, and the ball gets knocked loose, and the Chiefs retain possession. That's just great defense there from Six Nations.
Giving the Kodiaks zero space, even along the boards, you know what I mean? They're not letting them breathe along the boards, let alone making a play, even thinking about making a play. They're just, and you see Kevin Hill coming right from the bench, and he's darting out to that offensive player, you know what I mean? They're out to attack tonight defensively.
They're not giving them much time to think, not giving them much time to move. As you say, suffocating defense right now from the Chiefs as the shot clock expires, so it's Kodiak's ball.
It's like a blanket right now. A weighted blanket.
A weighted blanket. A little snuggie. As Anderson picks up for the Kodiaks, as they try to get something going here, down by 5, 3/4 of the way through the first period. His cross-court pass was broken up, intended for Hanrahan, who was not in the lineup for game 3, was in the lineup for game 4. As the Kodiaks regroup here with a fresh shot clock. And look at that smothering defense there from the Six Nations Chiefs. Back the other way are the Kodiaks. Moyer working his way in. Trying to go back to Hendricks. That pass broken up, and the Chiefs are going to get a penalty here as the ball gets gathered by Bell.
Rubish knew he did it too. It was one of those ones where it wasn't intentional. He got the stick up high on Hendricks. You could see he put his head up and it looked like he apologized to him. These guys all, of course, know each other, and no harm intended, that's for sure on that one.
So Rubish goes to the box for Slashy, and as you mentioned, everyone's really familiar with one another in this league. Everyone plays in the NLL for the most part, especially these two teams.
Yeah. And it's fun to watch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, I guess that's what happened. Then you have that a little bit of heatedness. Now, well, this is game 5 now, plus the 2 games that they played at the end of the season. So this is the 7th game in a row these two teams have played.
Yeah.
So they're getting sick of each other, to be completely honest with you. So you don't blame if the tempers get a little bit heated.
As the ball's in the corner, Buck battling for it for the Kodiaks. Ball comes free and loose for the Chiefs, and breaking out the other way are the Chiefs as Logan picks up, and he'll send it back for Randy Stotts. 30 seconds into the Rubish slashing call as Randy Stotts will slow things down here with 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Whips one across court. There's a quick shot from LeClaire, just sails wide. Ball gets picked up by Romancic, who scored the opening Kodiaks goal back in Game 3, back here at the ILA. As David Anderson will roll the cross for Buck. Here's Anderson, a welcome addition back into this lineup. Again, missed the first 4 games of this series. Here's Anderson with a long shot, stopped by Warren Hill. As the ball gets picked up and gathered as the Chiefs bring it back the other way and slow things down here.
Great veteran move by Tyson Bell there as you see throw up the palm and just say, let's slow her down here. Let's get collected. They've been running enough.
They've been on full force early on in this game. Sundown has him. He'll whip one to the near side. Cole, he's been active in this game for Six Nations. Here's a long shot from Lyle Thompson, just wide. Cole picks up. He'll throw one towards the net with the shot clock winding down. That was blocked by Rowan Kelly. And so it's Kodiak's ball on the shot clock violation. They have 20 seconds remaining on the man up.
Perfect example there again. Brian Cole just kind of getting in the face of Kelly.
Austin Murphy picking up and walking it into the Chief zone. Here's Anderson, back to Buck. Give and go with Anderson as Hendricks has it now. Returns back to Anderson at the elbow. Anderson whips across for Buck, back out in front. Quick pass intended for Murphy. That was out of his reach, and then Hendricks will throw one off the glass. Ball goes right back to center. Anderson will flick one on the shot clock violation. Back are the Chiefs. Here is Randy Stotts now. Stotts working his way in, back to Austin Stotts. Austin Stotts, time and space, in front shoots. Orleman makes the save, and then Austin Stotts right out in front. Gets tied up with Conley, and they're going to go right in front of the Kodiaks bench as Austin Stotts will knock him down.
Oh boy.
Austin Stotts, and I believe Conley for the Kodiaks. Curtis Conley involved in an altercation in front of the Kodiaks net.
It's one guy you don't want to mess with, Austin Stotts. You talk a lot about his offensive prowess and his reckless abandon playing, but tough as nails too. And looks like Audie's going to be the recipient of the hot water and a dry towel this evening, as is Kelly.
So Austin Stotts will go and head into the dressing room after the takedown on Conley.
He really been in a little agitated mood tonight. He had his mom. He had these white shoes on during the first warm-up. Got his mom. Must have texted his mom, and his mom was brought in those black shoes. Came running out of warm-up, put the new shoes on.
And we'll see what is happening at the referees area. Looks like there's some commotion there. Trying to figure out what the calls will be. I believe the Chiefs had the initial penalty on the play.
They'll get the extra here. I think you're correct on that one. They'll just even up the fight. Fight +2, I guess.
Fight +2.
Fight +2.
So someone will likely have to serve that for the Chiefs as well.
Both participants get the hot water. The hot water's pretty good here, so it's all right. So.
And there's even more commotion now at the scoreboard right now. We have a 2-minute penalty going up against Six Nations. And it looks like 4 Chiefs are on the court. So there is going to be a penalty. The only thing is who is going to serve it. And it's going to be Kevin Hill going to the box to serve the Austin Stotts 2-minute penalty. So the Kodiaks have an opportunity here to get at least on the board with a man up.
It's a great opportunity for them
to eliminate this 5-0 run that the Chiefs are currently on. As Anderson's shot gets blocked by Bell. Chiefs bench giving him some support on that block. As Hendricks has it now, long shot held on by Warren Hill. And he'll fling one up quickly to Bell as he goes over the timeline and puts on the brakes.
Give Warren Hill that much space, he's going to gobble that up every single time.
The best goaltender in the MSL awarded this season. And there's a backhanded pass intended for Randy Stotts. Cole trying to return the favor. As Randy Stotts trying to do a backhand pass for the streaking Lyle Thompson just out of his reach. As Patton will pick it up for the Kodiaks. And Hunter Agos will carry it out and spring it ahead for Austin Murphy.
It's like they practice on it.
Yeah. Practice breakouts in practice. As Austin Murphy has it. Back to Tanner Buck. Hendricks. Buck. Quickly across into the far corner. There's a long shot from Moyer. Kicked aside by Warren Hill. Back the other way quickly is Bell. Here comes Bell now. In alone on Orleman. Stopped by Orleman. Rebound gets picked up and gathered by the Kodiaks. A big short-handed opportunity for Bell.
Very similar to game 3. Tyson Bell, same thing, just short-handed, all alone. Yeah, that time he shoveled it. This time he did not.
Tyson Bell made an absolute outstanding save in game 3, right at the goal line with the goalie pull. As Anderson will throw one towards the goal, kicked aside by Hill. Rebound out in front, and there's going to be a penalty called on the play. The ball went into the net. But immediately all 3 officials' hands came up, and Six Nations going back to the box.
That was an odd one. That was like a suplex goal. Got the old suplex and the ball went in.
So it's going to be a goal on the play. Moyer just muscling his way through, gets knocked down.
There it is. There's a suplex right here.
As we get another look here, what an...
Always talking wrestling here on Rogers TV. There's a nice little wrestling hold.
Maybe he's been watching wrestling on Rogers TV on Saturday nights. And he sort of gets thrown to the ground, and then the ball just sort of follows with the momentum.
You can see Warren Hill and Dougie Jamieson kind of having a joke about it. That's the good nature of these 2 goaltenders in particular. They're a great tandem. They grew up together, played for the Six Nations Arrows, played for the Six Nations Rebels, all through minor lacrosse. They've got this great friendship, and both guys, great senses of humor. And in this instance, they're just kind of chuckling about something like that, because what do? You know what I mean?
Well, Warren Hill's had such a great first period, making a couple big saves, and he's like, that's how I give up my first one?
Exactly.
That's how that first one goes in?
Come on. Not many people can read that. Those are hard, though. Speaking from the goaltenders union, you get down, and the ball's in that goal mouth area, and when bodies are flying, and you can't really get a read on it. It's a very tough shot to stop.
Yeah. I mean, you don't expect that. You don't expect the ball to come free with that kind of velocity towards you when the guy's falling down.
Well, even if you're paying attention, you're in your stance, and you're being aware, you don't know where that ball's going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So the Kodiaks get on the board on a power play goal. And the Chiefs go back to the penalty kill as they were penalized on the Kodiaks goal, which kind of caused the Kodiaks opening marker of this game, but the Chiefs have the ball here after the ball drop.
I was waiting for Tyson Bell to have the Benny Hill music after the draw there. He had the ball and he was just going to run around and around and around.
As here's Thompson with a long shot, he scores! Lyle Thompson's second goal of the period, and with 20 seconds left, the Chiefs quickly answer it 6-1.
That's just great offensive awareness. He sees the matchup. He's drawing the defenders, and he knows that he's going to get the screen here. There it is. He's got 2 guys coming at him, and he's hiding his stick. Orleman really doesn't have an opportunity to get a read on the stick. See there? He's got the 2 guys. You can't get a read on that. The only time that Orleman's going to see that is if it's like a split second in front of him. That's a tough shot to stop, and a great offensive awareness by Lyle Thompson.
It'll be Kodiak's ball after Lyle Thompson's second of the game, 10th goal of the playoffs, so he reaches double digits. And the Kodiaks on the power play will not pull the goalie here. As Hendricks has it now. Across for Austin Murphy. He works his way in, throws one across to Tanner Buck. Tanner Buck, low shot. Turned aside by Warren Hill, and time will expire as the Six Nations Chiefs almost replicate what happened in Game 4 as they take a 6-1 lead through 20 minutes of play.
And honestly, do you think the Six Nations Chiefs were inspired by that U9 team?
Yeah, they might have been. That might have been the X factor here.
Honestly, I think so, to be honest with you. It was an inspiring effort. And like we said before, we're right at the opening minutes of the game, you were looking for the Kodiaks to play very desperate and with a lot of emotion, but instead, it was the Six Nations Chiefs, and if you were in the locker room area and seeing the Chiefs come out and that tunnel of U9 players, that would spark me. You know what I mean? You're sparking the next generation right there, and it's a lot of those guys know each other, and it's really cool to be a part of, and you could tell the Six Nations Chiefs were very inspired in that first period.
An inspiring first period performance by the Six Nations Chiefs. They jump out ahead of the Cobourg Kodiaks 6-1. We'll be right back with first period highlights and out of town scoreboard. You're watching Six Nations Lacrosse on Rogers TV. Welcome back to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Look at the little kids, the future of the Six Nations Chiefs out there throwing the ball around. Let's take a look at the first period highlights between the Six Nations Chiefs and the Cobourg Kodiaks. 6-1 through 20 minutes of play. Daryl, what did you see in the first period action between these two teams?
Absolute domination by the Six Nations Chiefs on both ends of the floor. As we're just looking at the goals here. That one's the first one by Austin Stotts. He got the ball rolling there, and then right from there, the dominoes just kept on flying. Then Audie right back to his brother Randy, who scoops that one in, and it just really good ball movement, great offensive awareness. And then there's Jeremy getting all the time in the world. Jeremy Thompson, just he's a wizard with that stick.
The Chiefs opened up the first period on a 5-0 scoring run, and you can see here scoring goals in multiple different ways.
Oh, there's the pretty one right there.
Great play there between Thompson and Randy Stotts as well. Kodiaks, an interesting goal here to get their first goal on the board. Opens up the scoring for them, but on the power play.
And again, here it is. This is just like a suplex, and the ball goes in. That's a tough one. Warren's like, what is going on here? And then, of course, Lyle finishes it off with 20 seconds to go here. And this is just, and like you said, the Six Nations Chiefs just scoring in different ways. They're bringing it at both ends. One thing, instead of showing goals this intermission, we could have easily just shown defense. the Six Nations Chiefs defense we spoke about a lot during that first period. It was suffocating.
You said it was a blanket of defense.
It was a heavy
period.
blanket. It was like 2 extra blankets.
Yeah.
And a 2 to boot. And it was crazy. This defense, they've come out hard and they smell the blood. I think the Sharks have smelled the blood and they're circling the waters here at the ILA right now.
They definitely have been doing it on both ends of the court, have the Six Nations Chiefs. They're trying to purchase a ticket into the final of the MSL against the Peterborough Lakers, who are already done their series. They took care of the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club in 4 games.
And it was a great series. I know it was only a 4-game set, but every game was close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know we talked, if you read the Peterborough Examiner and Coach Crosby's comments about a 2-tiered league and all this other stuff, again, I'll put on my MSL hat. That's anything but. You look at the scores in that series, nothing was a blowout. Every game was close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even at Brooklyn Lacrosse Club was, I think they were up at 5-0 at one point in that game 4, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were never out of it. And that's one thing about MSL this season. Tons of parity. I know, yes, Peterborough, Six Nations at the top of the chain, but you know what? Cobourg and Brooklyn really showing just the strides that they've made. There's a lot of youth on both teams. They've been fantastic. And again, Brampton, basically starting from scratch. They've been fantastic this season as well. And a lot of parity in the league. I know there's that narrative of the same 2 teams playing over and over again. But you know what I mean? Let those other these other teams are starting to catch up, and that's coming into the scores. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cobourg Kodiaks have already won one in this series. You know what I mean?
And game 2 was close as well. They had
exactly
a 5-1 lead at one point. In
absolutely,
that game.
And the Six Nations Chiefs really had to come to play. They had to bite the bullet, and they really had to play with a little bit of adversity, something they haven't really done all season. And the Cobourg Kodiaks have really forced the Chiefs to have some adversity and to kind of come back, you know what I mean? And you don't want to walk all over everybody. And talking to Joey Caputo before the game, and he was talking about the best thing to happen was that loss, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to lose. You want to have these tight games. So nothing's a walkover here. I know it's 6-1, but again, Cobourg Kodiaks can easily strike back here in the second period.
Seems like Brampton is only a couple of years away from really being competitive, and the Six Nations Chiefs, as you alluded to, really responded well in game 4 after losing game 3. Let's look at the Cobourg Kodiaks. They were a little bit smothered defensively. What do they need to do in the second period to overcome this 5-goal deficit?
Simple. You got to use those young legs. The one thing that's made them successful, using your young legs, get the ball moving, go east-west. Stop going north-south, you know what I mean? Got to get the ball working side to side. Get Warren moving, you know what I mean? He's swallowing these. He's swallowing it like a chicken wrap. Let's call it a spade here. He's swallowing every shot up. The only one that beat him is the suplex, and it's because they're easy to handle. And the Kodiaks really have to press. They have to be the aggressors in the second period. They have to be desperate.
Well, we'll see how the Cobourg Kodiaks respond here as they fend off elimination. Down 3-1 in the series in Game 5, Six Nations jump ahead 6-1 through 20 minutes of play. We'll be right back for second period action. You're watching Six Nations Lacrosse on Rogers TV. Welcome back to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. It's Game 5 between Six Nations and Cobourg. The Six Nations Chiefs hold on to a 6-1 lead through 20 minutes of play. Isaac Carmichael filling in for Mark Perry alongside Daryl Smart as we are ready for second period action as the ball drop just getting set and underway. Jeremy Thompson for the Six Nations Chiefs and Bo Columbus for the Kodiaks set at center. As we get set and underway for the second 20. And coming out with it is Bo Columbus, and he's quickly the other way for the Kodiaks into the Six Nations zone. Kodiaks really held to a minimum offensively as the Chiefs defense smothering them any chance they had and really limited the Kodiaks' opportunities.
They really need to create some space here in the second period, the Kodiaks do.
As there's Tanner Buck, back to Anderson. He takes a long shot, stopped by Hill. He leans back to keep the ball out of the net, and back the other way is Bell. Bell on his second breakaway of the game. Bell in, shoots. Orleman makes a save, 2 for 2 against Bell on breakaways this game.
Before Tyson's breakaway there, I was just going to say that's what the Kodiaks need to do. They need to get the ball moving east-west, and there we go. A little pick and roll action, get some space in, get that shot off.
Maybe they heard you in the intermission. Maybe they had their scout over here.
Oh my.
Hendricks has it for Buck. Buck, long shot, pat aside by Hill. He's been great this game as that ball redirects up and out of play.
Warren just tracking the ball down nicely with his eyes.
Hendricks, back to Anderson, long shot, that was blocked.
Brad Cree limping out a little bit, blocking that shot.
Hendricks to Moyer. Moyer in, shoots, held on, stopped by Hill. Moyer scored the opening goal for this Kodiaks team. As a delay penalty coming up to the Kodiaks. I believe it's going to go against Carson Moyer. The Chiefs will slow things down here with the net empty and the extra man. Lyle Thompson back out in front. Cole with a quick chance. Stopped by Orleman. And Hunter Agus will pick it up and the play gets whistled down. So the Six Nations Chiefs up 6-1, go now a man up here, 1:30 into the second period.
A little lacrosse 101, Isaac. That penalty, all as a result of the Six Nations Chiefs player moving his legs, moving his feet, keep going, you know what I mean? And say it a lot during the season. If you're a young lacrosse player, keep those feet moving because good things happen, whether it's a goal scoring opportunity or in this case, kept the legs going, and he drew the penalty. So
it's actually a penalty to Austin Murphy. As Lyle Thompson takes a quick shot, and that's turned aside by Orleman. 2 minutes for holding to Austin Murphy. As the Six Nations Chiefs back on the attack. Here's Sundown at the elbow. Back up to Cole. Thompson. Cole flips one to Sundown. Sundown waits, shoots, just misses the blocker side high and wide. And the ball will go all the way back for an over and back violation.
One thing the Chiefs can't do is be content and just kind of sit back and just play the perimeter. They got to keep on pressing.
As the Kodiaks short-handed now will play into the Chiefs zone. Hendricks for Tanner Buck. Buck comes around back to the point and will send it to the far wall for Aaron Woods. Woods back for Hendricks. Hendricks, the Toronto Rock product. Throws a long shot towards the goal, stopped by Hill, and he'll hang on and flip one up to Cole. 1:07 remaining on the power play. Cole will slow things down, fakes the dish to Thompson. Sundown, back to Lyle Thompson. Goes back to Sundown as Sundown at the elbow. Thompson, Sundown, returns the favor to Thompson, long shot, stop the rebound out from McClure at the doorstep, just misses wide. As the ball gets poked back ahead for Sundown. Right on top of him is Rowan Kelly. Thompson has it now at the top of the key. Flips one behind the back. As that shot from the elbow from Bomberry was blocked. Here's Thompson trying to go right back to Bomberry. As Bomberry swings it across for Sundown. Sundown to the near corner, Leclerc. Leclerc in the corner, 19 seconds left on the power play, 3 seconds on the shot clock. There's a long shot from Jackson. Just misses wide, shot clock violation. And the ball will go back into the Chiefs zone for the Kodiaks ball. Just some sweet ball movement, that's simply put. Great ball movement. And they're eating a little bit of clock, you know what I mean? You get the 5-goal lead. I know it's not huge, but it's big enough just to kind of kill some clock here. Carson Moyer starting out with it. Has Woods on the far corner. Feeds it to Woods now. Has two Chiefs right on top of him. Swings it across to Buck. In the corner now. Moyer works his way in. Back for Hendricks. Penalty has now expired. Hendricks in, shoots. Stopped by Hill as he makes the save, and the penalty has expired.
That was great inside-out play by Hendricks as he went inside the defender and then out to get away, to create space and get that shot off.
Here's Randy Stotts, a goal in this game already in the first period. Works his way in, back to Jackson. Jackson takes a screen, back out in front looking for Bomberry. That was picked off by Orleman, and back the other way come the Kodiaks. Here's Newborough into the Chiefs zone, swings one across. There's a long shot from the elbow from David Anderson. But again, Hill's there to make the save. The only one that has slipped by him is that fluke goal from Moyer earlier in the first.
And great awareness by Warren on that one. That one kind of slipped by. He was trying to squeeze the apple. He had to squeeze the heels to get that apple squeezed.
As there's Thompson now, swings across to the corner, back out in front. Cole's there, nice shoulder save from Orleman there as Cole was streaking in at the doorstep.
Well, he got a great picture on that one.
I think he did. He snapped the lens at the right time.
Daryl
multitasking. Smart, color commentator.
Photos.
Social media, photos, everything.
Oh, man. Your head spins at the end of it, right?
Tanner Buck has it now at the elbow. Low shot, skips wide. Goes all the way back out to the line. Here's Tanner Buck now. Anderson throws one towards the goal with the shot clock expiring. That goes wide. And it goes all the way back into the Kodiak zone as the shot clock winds down and expires. Chiefs back into the zone. Sorry there, Daryl.
Look at that bucket hat down there. I'm just looking at the bucket hat. One of those Six Nations U9 players. I love the bucket. I might have to get one at the ILA.
The ball comes free for Cole.
I'm not going to say who designed that, by the way.
Who designed it? No. You designed it. There, oh, that's what you love to look. There you go. No wonder it looks so good. I was like, who designed that? Somebody who can do social media and snap pictures at the same time must have designed that one.
Add shirt designer to it. Merch designer. Oh my goodness. They look pretty sweet though. It's the first time I've seen them live.
Jack of all trades.
Oh, I don't know about that. Master of none. Isn't that what they say? Master of none, I guess?
Master of none, yeah, that's the same.
Pretty much it.
As the play gets whistled down, so it's Chiefs ball on the Kodiaks penalty. So they go to the box. As the Chiefs now back on the power play. As they get back on the offense. Here's Cole at the top of the key to Thompson. Flips one behind the back for Randy Stotts. Back to Cole. There's a long shot from Jackson. Stopped and held on by Orleman. And he quickly flips it up ahead as Romancic trying to retrieve the ball, falls down. Back of the way come the Chiefs. Here's Randy Stotts in. Stopped by Orleman as he makes an outstanding shoulder save off Randy Stotts.
I love the end-to-end transition here. That's a great save by Orleman.
Pace has picked up here at the IOA.
Like I said, the Kodiaks need to use those young legs. They're a young team, young and up-and-coming team. They've got to use those legs, take advantage.
And here's Aaron Woods now. Aaron Woods working his way in. Hanrahan setting the screen. There's a long shot from Moyer. Bounces off the glass and off the net. Shot clock has expired. The Chiefs back the other way, led by Lyle Thompson.
Great crowd now.
Yeah, fantastic crowd here in the first round in Game 5.
Of course, lots of lacrosse to choose from here at the ILA to watch.
Off the doorstep now. There's a centering pass out front for Sam Leclerc. Couldn't quite hang on. As Randy Stotts has it at the top of the key. Bomberry for Leclerc. Randy Stotts waits. Back to Leclerc. Quick shot. A nice sliding save from Orleman off the one-time opportunity.
Orleman doing his share right now. He's dialed in.
Here's Liam Patton leading the charge for the Kodiaks. As the Kodiaks regroup here, 20 seconds remaining on the Kodiaks penalty. As Austin Murphy has it, he'll flip it across for Woods. Aaron Woods, 8 points in the first 4 games of this series. Swings it across for Hendricks. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. As the shot clock will wind down, Hendricks didn't have a shot. So it's Chiefs ball, and we're back to even strength.
He just cornered Hendricks in on one of the boards there.
There's Bomberry working his way in just misses wide. Back the other way quickly are the Kodiaks. Here's Newborough now. Newborough waits, shoots, stopped by Hill. Loose ball in the crease, picked up by the Chiefs. Jeremy Thompson picking that one up. Sending it across to his brother Lyle Thompson. Both of them with goals in this game. Midway through the second period, Lyle Thompson with some space. He's in, he shoots just wide. Sundown has it now in the corner. Back up to the point now. Randy Stotts to Leclerc. Leclerc at the elbow, works in, shoots. Orleman makes the save, and he'll hang on as the whistle blows the play down. A little bit of a slower, lower scoring period here, Daryl, than we saw in the first period.
That's part and parcel to Orleman. He's been fantastic so far in the first 9 minutes here. He's been lights out. He's been tracking the ball really well. You come to expect that from a goaltender like him.
Definitely missing him during the regular season as he was absent with an injury. That shot goes wide. Bell back on the attack and does not get the bounce he wanted as the ball goes into the bench. The play gets blown down.
And he just goes right to the bench after.
Yeah. There's a quick passing play. Baumberry in the corner. Had a lane there, but that gets cut off, and he'll swing it around for Thompson. Thompson now has some space. Thompson in, shoots. Orleman makes the save. Never want to see Thompson with that much time and space, but Orleman having the answers here in the second period.
Turned the defender inside out, and Orleman had to make a beautiful save.
And here's Patton. Back to the far wall as Murphy has it now. Hendricks. Screen set by Buck. Hendricks working his way in, spinning, shooting. Stopped by Hill as he kicks that one away. And the play gets whistled down. Another nice kick save there off of Hendricks, who had a nice move to get it up close.
And he's the one drawing the penalty here. As he spun around, it looks like Brad Cree got the stick up a little bit into the face, and you can see Brad Cree just, man, I got that stick up a little bit too high. But just speaking of the great lacrosse, it's been here at the ILA. Congratulations to the Six Nations Rebels, who had a fantastic season. Ended up losing in the Ontario final to the Akwesasne Thunder, who were going to go to the Founders Cup, but the Six Nations Rebels had off to them. They had a perfect 20-0 season.
Yeah.
I think it was a 20-0, but they had a perfect regular season. Had some adversity in the playoffs. It was a fantastic. That series between Akwesasne and the Rebels was fantastic. And then you have the Rivermen, of course, who punched their ticket to the President's Cup, and they were going to be playing the Oakville Rock in the Ontario Series final. I believe that game I think that series starts tomorrow, I think. And I think it's a best-of-3 series, both teams going to the President's Cup. Of course, Oakville hosting that one. And this weekend, the ILA is going to be host to the Senior C Championship tournament. And our DJ up there, Jace Martin, musician extraordinaire. I think he's on the Six Nations Tomahawks.
Wow. And
he'll be representing at the Senior C Provincial Championships, I believe. It's this weekend here at the ILA.
Never a dull moment here at the ILA.
No, that's for sure.
Always something going on. There's a long shot from Jackson, held on by Orleman, as they have 1:23 remaining on their power play.
And just think, if the Chiefs hold court here in the next 30 minutes, they're going to be going to another Ontario final. You have 3 teams housed here at the ILA playing in the provincial finals here at some of the highest levels of lacrosse.
The ball goes into the corner, back to Anderson. Here's Hendricks now at the top of the key. Long, low shot, nice kick save from Hill.
Warren Hill's a very athletic dude. That was a nice save.
Here's a long stretch pass up ahead, and the play gets whistled down. That was intended for Jeremy Thompson. Going back to the Six Nations Rebels, they didn't lose a game until the playoffs. They had a clean regular season.
Yep.
St. Catharines, I should say, gave them a good
run.
That was a great series.
That was a phenomenal series. That went the distance.
Yeah.
And I think, was it three to the 5?
1 goal game.
Went to overtime, and I think 4 to the 5 went to were 1 goal games. So just a phenomenal display of lacrosse. Of course, you get the Ontario Lacrosse Festival out in Whitby, and that's been just fantastic for the last 2 weeks. And I think that thing wraps up this weekend as well.
There's a chance out in front. Austin Murphy at the doorstep by Hill. Another great save off this Kodiaks offense. Penalty was called on the play, so the Chiefs are now down 2 men, 5 on 3. As they have it now in the Kodiak zone, they'll just try to waste as much of the clock as they can. 22 seconds remaining on the first Chiefs penalty. As the clock will wind down from 4 to 3. And they'll throw one towards the goal. The shot clock winds down. Thompson with a quick chance. Just at the expiry of that shot clock. Almost had a chance there off the rebound, off the glass.
That looked like that was a set play. It totally looked set.
The way that the Chiefs are passing this game, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a set play.
Wow.
As Buck has it now back out in front. Here's Moyer in, shoots. Hill with an outstanding save off of Carson Moyer.
Oh, he was robbed. Absolutely robbed. And Kodiak's doing exactly.
As they squeak one by Hill there on the ensuing play. Austin Murphy getting the last chance for the Kodiaks to squeak one past Hill. And they score on the power play. It's 6-2.
And the Kodiaks doing exactly what they need to do. They're going side to side now. They're moving that ball really well. And that's a perfect example. And again, even that flurry of action where Warren made that amazing save right before this goal. They're forcing Warren to go side to side. And of course, you make a goaltender move, there's going to be holes. There's going to be holes in the wall.
So it's a 6-2 Six Nations lead. They haven't scored since the 1940 mark in the first period. Lyle Thompson's second of the night. Cobourg with the only goal in the second 20 so far. Here's Bell now over center, working his way in. Rowan Kelly draped on top of him. As the Chiefs get set, as Tyler Biles will lead up for Brendan Baumberry. Baumberry working his way in. Plays it across to the far corner, centering pass up front. Sundown. Can't quite get the shot away. Has it now right out in front. He scores!
Wow.
What a move by Larson. Sundown. His first of the game. And once again, the Chiefs answer quickly and reinstate their 5-goal lead.
They looked very close to a crease on that one. We'll have to see the replay on that. My buddy Eric Graham, one of the owners of the Kodiaks, looks at it. Does that look like in the crease? I'm not really sure from that spot. But what's more important on now, there it is. Yeah, let's see the replay here. I don't think so. He was way up there. No, that was a good one. That was a good one. It was a good one, but more importantly, the stick movement of Larson Sundown going and then flipping his arms to kind of shovel it. It was wonderful. What a wonderful play by Larson Sundown.
A bounce pass right back towards him, and then he makes an outstanding move in midair. Here's Lyle Thompson now. He works his way in. Thompson in, shoots. Ollerman makes the save. Lyle Thompson's had a couple of chances here in this second period.
Speaking of multitaskers, Eric Graham, one of the owners of the Kodiaks, who's beside us, he's got his camera going, doing his part for his team's digital platforms.
Aaron Woods, lots of cameras on these players right now. Here's Anderson. Screen is set. There's a chance for Hanrahan. His shot stopped by Hill, and he's able to gather up the rebound.
Another nice offensive set by the Kodiaks on that one. They're moving the ball. They're trying to make room for themselves to get that shot.
Tyson Bell dropping it off for Leclerc. Here's Baumberry in the corner. Baumberry works his way in. Around top of him is Kelly. Baumberry plays it across. Cole with a long shot. Skips just wide as it goes all the way back for an over and back violation, and back on the attack are the Kodiaks. Here's Murphy. A goal in this period. Sells things down in the corner. Back for Buck. Across for Moyer. Moyer working his way in. Moyer screen set by Buck. As Moyer couldn't quite find a lane on this Chiefs defense. Now he does. He's in. He shoots. But Warren Hill has the answer and makes the save off of Carson Moyer.
And slowly but surely, the Kodiaks are just kind of creeping in. You know what I mean? It's a 7-2 game. Lots of lacrosse left, and they're doing all the right things right now.
As the penalty is drawn here, Liam Patton got his stick into the mask of Cole. Warren Hill will run all the way back into the Chiefs bench. 7 seconds on the shot clock. There's a shot. turned aside by Orleman, and then the Kodiaks able to touch up, and they go back to the penalty kill.
I think every penalty we've had in this game, with the exception of the fight, has been an inadvertent stick to the face.
Yeah.
And the same thing here. This time it was Brian Cole that was the recipient of the high stick. And it's just, they're just plain and simple lacrosse plays, guys getting the sticks up. And nothing you can do about it. Nothing dirty, nothing, no harm, no foul. But what it does, it puts the Six Nations Chiefs on the power play here with 6 to go in the second period.
Yeah, they are tough penalties to take because they are incidental, as you alluded to. Just not intending to necessarily make contact, but the stick just comes to make contact, and especially when the noise it makes when you hit the mask, it's always going to draw attention from the officials.
Oh, 100%. Isaac.
You heard it from up here.
Yeah, exactly. You just hear it from up here, and you kind of get that. It's almost, you get that brush face, and it just kind of wakes you up and snaps the neck up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't hurt you. Makes a heck of a lot of noise, though.
The sound might make it sound like it hurt more than it did, but regardless, back on the power play are the Chiefs. Here's Cole from the elbow. Back out to Randy Stotts. He takes a shot from the near elbow. Stopped by Orleman. Back the other way quickly are the Kodiaks. There's Romanchik now shorthanded. Romanchik in, shoots. Stopped by Warren Hill as he makes an outstanding shorthanded save on a shorthanded opportunity from Romanchik. Back the other way are the Chiefs. There's a centering pass out front. Quick shot was blocked out in front. Orleman able to gather the loose ball as the Kodiaks back the other way. These goaltenders, Daryl, have been outstanding on the transition game, making some breakaway stops. You saw Orleman make a couple saves on Bell, and you saw Warren Hill make a save on Romanchik.
Just a credit to the world-class goaltender here in MSL. Every team, top to bottom in this league has NLL caliber goaltenders.
There's a shot from Hendricks.
World-class goaltenders, let's face it.
Yeah. Turned aside by Warren Hill. Back the other way quickly are the Chiefs. There's a chance out in front. Jackson misses wide. As Jeremy Thompson able to gather. Jeremy Thompson back down for Jackson. And Lyle Thompson will pick it up off the bench. 41 seconds remain on the power play. On top of the key, here's Cole. Cole in, shoots. Stopped by Orleman, squeaked past him, but didn't find Twine. Back the other way are the Kodiaks short-handed. As Newborough will carry it out for the Kodiaks. 23 seconds remaining on the man up. Here's Carson Moyer, slows things down. 14 seconds remaining. 1 second remaining, or 1 second separating the shot clock and the penalty kill. As Moyer has it now at the elbow. Moyer working his way in. Screen set by Buck. Moyer throws one towards the goal at the shot clock winding down. Goes over the head of Warren Hill, back to center. 1 second remaining on the power play, goes down to 0. So the Chiefs can't capitalize, but it is Chiefs ball with 3:58 remaining in the second period.
And just a slow pace. Hey, you're absolutely right about that. You hit the nail on the head. It's slowed down, but I think it's intentional by the Chiefs. And
well, time is their friend right now.
Exactly.
Time is not the Kodiaks' friend, as they are down 5. Back to even strength. Kodiaks on their offensive possession. They'd like to get 1 or 2 goals here before the end of the second period. As Hendricks has it now. Hendricks back across Anderson. Anderson working his way and draws a penalty. Takes a shot, turned aside by Hill. But Anderson, his speed, draws a penalty. It's going to be a penalty against Liam Leclerc, it looks like, going to the box.
Looks like it, but David Anderson doing a wonderful, wonderful job of just keeping his feet moving. Honestly, we talked about that in the first period. Again, that lacrosse 101 of just keep good things happen when you keep on moving and you have the ball. David Anderson on that play just was driving to the net, and he's trying to create space for himself. And this instance, he was trying to create space. Defender couldn't catch up and drew a penalty.
Kodiaks on the power play. Here's Moyer to Buck. Buck at the elbow. Across for Anderson. Low shot. Held on by Hill. I've said that a lot this game. As here is Jeremy Thompson. Thompson plays it across. As Randy Stotts has it now on the near wall. There's Randy Stotts, centering pass out front. Jackson's in, he scores! What a pass from Randy Stotts, and then what a finish by Jackson. As the Chiefs score shorthanded, it's now 8-2.
That's one thing Shane Jackson really does well. He just comes streaking in. He plays the role of the cutter right up the gut, and he just ripped through the gut of the Kodiaks and makes it 7-2 for the Chiefs.
Didn't have much space on the near post of Orleman, but finds the hole on the blocker side. But look at this setup from Randy Stotts. He's had a couple nice passes to set up a couple of goals here for the Chiefs this game.
His vision's fantastic. You know what I mean? And again, this is a guy that wasn't he an NL scoring champion, or he was an NL Rookie of the Year. You know what I mean? Like he's at one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
And the vision this guy has. They talk about a lot about his goal scoring. But you know what? He loves to be the facilitator. He's not a selfish guy at all. And he's been the facilitator in a lot of these instances here for the Chiefs tonight.
The Halifax Thunderbird in the National Lacrosse League. As the Kodiaks back on the attack. Here's Moyer from the elbow. Low shot. Steered away by Hill. Here's Hendricks now. To Buck. 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Anderson shoots. Stopped by Hill. The rebound was loose out in front. Murphy couldn't quite handle it as the ball gets picked up by the Chiefs.
That's a great athletic save by Warren Hill. He had to go side to side, went down in that butterfly-like position to just block that ball.
Sam Leclerc swings it to the far wall. And the Chiefs back on the attack. Short-handed. Already a short-handed marker on this ensuing power play. Wasting some clock, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Bomberry steps into one. Off the shoulder of Orleman. And the ball gets picked up by Leclerc.
One thing the Chiefs have done really well in this series is collect those loose balls, create loose balls, and collect them.
Power play set to expire. As Liam Leclerc exits the box. Chiefs on the attack. Bomberry working his way in at the elbow. Bomberry loses the handle on it. Ball gets picked up by Leclerc. 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Leclerc will throw one towards the goal. Stopped by Orleman, and the Chiefs able to retain possession for a moment. Ball gets poked loose. Battle at center, and it's going to be Chiefs ball. What a great job by the Chiefs to get possession there off of the shot clock violation.
They just want the ball, simply put.
Randy Stotts with a shot. Shouldered aside by Orleman. As the ball gets picked up by the Kodiaks, and Liam Patton carries out the other way with 41 seconds remaining in the second period.
Used the metaphor once already tonight, just about the sharks circling in the water, smelling blood, and the blood just in the form of loose balls this time.
Ball's in the corner now. Murphy bounces one across for Moyer. Moyer working his way in. Right on top of him is Cree. Moyer, long shot, just deflects wide. As the ball gets picked up by the Chiefs, and the play will get whistled down. It's timeout Chiefs here with 15.6 seconds remaining in the second period.
Good time to just use your timeout, take a breather. Everybody here's been on there, just on the edge of their seat. This has been a great lacrosse game so far, Isaac. A little bit of everything we've had so far. And the 8-2 with 15.6 to go. You know, it's one of those ones. It's the pace has slowed down. I think it might, as much as we talk about it's in the favor of the Chiefs because they're the ones needing to kill, it kind of sets the tone for the Kodiaks. And I talked a lot about how they need to start running, but they've been really able to get offensive opportunities in their offensive sets. Opposed to running and gunning, they've been able to get opportunities as a result of their offensive sets. So they've kind of slowed things down, tried to get that east-west movement going. And I think they've done a really nice job of that, and they're pecking away.
8-2, the Chiefs lead. Only 2 goals in this period for the Chiefs. 1 goal for the Kodiaks. Lyle Thompson has it at center. 14 seconds remaining in the period. Jackson in the corner. Back to Lyle Thompson. Thompson waits, shoots. Olderman makes the save. 5 seconds remaining. He'll go all the way to the Chiefs' net. But coming off the bench to make sure it doesn't go in the net is Edwards, and that does it for the second period. The game really slowed down in that second period, less scoring, but the Chiefs have a 6-goal lead heading into the third period, trying to close out this series.
You're absolutely right, and it just kind of bogged down a little bit, but I guess that's this has been a chess match all along, you know what I mean? The games have been pretty tight for the most part in this series, and it really has been a chess match, and the chess match here just trying to set up for this third period, and it looks to be an exciting third here.
The Chiefs lead the Kodiaks 8-2. Kodiaks need some work here if they want to extend this series. The Chiefs want to close things out here in the third period. Second intermission, highlights, discussion coming up next. You're watching Six Nations Lacrosse on Rogers TV. Back to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena for Game 5 between the Cobourg Kodiaks and the Six Nations Chiefs. Only 3 goals in the second period. Daryl, it slowed down a little bit, but the Chiefs able to emphasize and continue and add to that lead.
Absolutely, and it was a different kind of period, that's for sure, with Austin Murphy here getting things going. They started using that East-West game, and the Kodiaks started chipping away here, and they've only scored 1 in that period, but they were doing a lot of good things. And then here's the Larson Sundown goal. Collects the Lucy, and it goes in the air, contorts the arms, throws it in. Nice goal there. That was a beaut.
And Randy Stotts involved on this marker. Has been setting up a couple of goals for this Chiefs team. Playmaking ability on display for Randy Stotts.
And that's what Randy Stotts does. Like we were saying, you talk a lot about the goal-scoring prowess, but you know, he's a table setter too, and he's a world-class table setter. And a lot happens when Austin Stotts is your brother. You might as well set the table up for your little brother, and since little brother's not here, he's setting the table up for everyone else here, which has been, and that's on full display here with
just
Randy
a table setter. As you also saw in that scoring summary, the Chiefs 29 seconds later able to score after the Kodiaks got their second of the night. The Chiefs just able to get those quick answers whenever the Kodiaks get on the board. And
that's been one of the positive things if you're a Six Nations Chiefs fan. All season long, they've had a response for the most part. Even with the loss on Sunday, they had a response on Tuesday. You know what I mean? In game, the opposition will go on a run. They stop the bleeding, and then they go on a run themselves. That's just the mark of a champion, quite honestly. Yeah. And obviously, their goal is a Mann Cup.
Try to extend your own scoring runs and try to limit the opponent's scoring runs. That's been the case here tonight for the Six Nations Chiefs. Let's look at the other end of the country, the WLA, the team to be named, will be facing off against the victors of the MSL finals. And there you have a little bit of an update of what's going on out west.
And you have two really great semifinal series in the WLA as well. Much like MSL, tons of parity out west, and it's been great to see. Of course, a lot of talk about the Langley Thunder. They're in tough with the Nanaimo Timbermen. Nanaimo winning game 3 or game 4, I believe, or yeah, game 3 it is. Have to do the math. But Langley up 2-1 in that series, and in the other series you have the New West Salmon Bellies, who have looked fantastic so far in this playoff. They've had a great playoff run, and they're playing the Victoria Shamrocks, who you can never ever count out. And New West is up 3-0 in that one. So lots of lacrosse left out west. They're going to be the host of the Mann Cup this year. They're going to be hosting either the Peterborough Lakers or one of these two teams. It's going to be a great 3-4 weeks of lacrosse left here at the highest level in Canada.
They'll all be looking, Cobourg, Peterborough, and Six Nations will all be looking to get a ticket to out west to face off against the WLA champions for the Mann Cup. But first, they have to take care of business here in the MSL. Cobourg and Six Nations still have to do some business here in the semifinal. And of course, Peterborough has to take care of business of the victors of this series.
Exactly. And then, well, the Peterborough Lakers, the drive for 5, 4-time defending Mann Cup champions. They want that 5th straight Mann Cup title, and it's going to be a tougher task out west. And of course, we talked a lot about it this summer out west. Those teams have bulked up. A lot of guys from Ontario out playing out west, especially come Mann Cup time. If Langley does, and we talked about it in game 3 here, where if the Langley Thunder do get into the Mann Cup, they may have Jeff Teat, they may have Christian Del Bianco. So, you know what? You had Frank Chiliano, who's been fantastic in net. So goaltending definitely not a problem for the Langley Thunder. They're going to be, they've got super depth, and Nanaimo has been fantastic all season long as well. New West, you know, Mitch Jones has been lights out. You know what I mean? And Mann's playing great for Nanaimo. So it's been great lacrosse out west. It's been fun to watch, and I can't wait to see the Mann Cup.
It does not get any easier after the MSL when you face off in the Mann Cup finals against the WLA representatives. We're going to take a quick break, and then once we come back, third period action. The Six Nations Chiefs currently lead the Kodiaks 8-2. We'll see if they can close things out here in Game 5. We'll be right back. Six Nations Lacrosse on Rogers TV. welcome back to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Third period action in Game 5 between the Six Nations Chiefs and the Cobourg Kodiaks. 8-2, the Chiefs lead the Kodiaks, but there's still 20 minutes left of play, and that's a lot of time for the Kodiaks to get back into this game. Daryl, it's been a little bit of a tale of two periods, would you say? The first period, very fast-paced, high-scoring. Second period, very slower pace and lower scoring. And we'll see what we have in the third period in store.
100%. You know what? You can attribute that to the Kodiaks. They came to play in that second period. They played with a little bit more desperation, and they need even more desperation here in that third to extend the series here.
As here's Hendricks working his way in. Backhand pass intended for Woods, just out of his reach. As the ball comes onto the net for Warren Hill, who has been outstanding in this game between the pipes for the Chiefs. Making a couple big saves, couple breakaway saves, and really keeping this Chiefs team in it on the defensive end, and a big reason why the Kodiaks have only been able to score 2 goals.
I've looked at the scoreboard a couple times, kind of shook my head. I'm like, are the trifocals working? Because is that a 2 up there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We've always talked about Orleman being so good for the Kodiaks this series, as there's a penalty on the play, as it looks like Leclerc shaken up at center. So a penalty coming up to the Kodiaks, and not what you want if you're Cobourg right now, with the Chiefs getting a man advantage 57 seconds into the third period.
And exactly, not what you want, not what the doctor ordered, as they like to say. Sorry, I was a little distracted. I saw a PLL jersey. Get that PLL jersey off. Get an MSL jersey on.
As here's Lyle Thompson in the corner for Randy Stotts. Here's Cole. Randy Stotts at the elbow shoots. Orleman makes the save. As the ball comes free on the rebound, and they score.
Oh, ball movement, ball movement, ball movement.
Randy Stotts sets up another goal for the Six Nations Chiefs team. And it's now 9-2 as Six Nations capitalizes on the power play.
Oh man, he looks like one of those Japanese chefs at the fire table there. He just magic hands, dishes it up, and there's a goal. Sorry, distracted the Atlas jersey. It's a Jeff Teat jersey. Can't complain. Good choice. Go to the LA shop. Get a Chiefs jersey.
There you go.
But wow, what a great pass by Randy Stotts.
And Sundown, the great finish. Second goal of the evening for him. As the Chiefs now lead by 7 after the power play goal. As a loose ball picked up quickly back the other way are the Chiefs. Here's Liam Leclerc. He's in and shoots. Orleman makes the save. Another breakaway save for him this evening. As that was a huge save if you look back on this game. Keeping this game within 7.
Yep. He's been almost perfect on the breakaway.
Yep, they have been perfect. Both Warren Hill and Orleman. 6th goal of the playoffs for Sundown. 2nd of the evening. Gives the 9-2 lead to the Chiefs. As Cole will bounce one across for Randy Stotts. Stotts works his way in. Back to Cole. Lyle Thompson right out in front. He gets fed and can't quite capitalize there, as Orleman makes a nice save on Thompson's shot from the doorstep.
Man, he's been great tonight.
And here's Anderson, the Rookie of the Year in the MSL, making his return to the Kodiaks after missing the first 4 games of the playoffs, as he centers one out front for Murphy, just out of his reach. Warren Hill able to gather, and back the other way are the Chiefs, led by Cree. Cree will drop it off. Bomberry into the corner as the Chiefs work around the Kodiak zone. 15 seconds remain on the shot clock. Sundown can't quite handle it, but does a great job of keeping Hunter Agus from taking that ball away. As the ball's in the corner now. Here's Randy Stotts. One-handed backhand pass there. Very nifty from Stotts. Couldn't quite capitalize on the pass, but great effort nonetheless. Here comes Riggs now for the Kodiaks. Dropping it off there for Hanrahan, and throws it across for Buck, who makes a nice catch there from the ball going into the Chiefs bench. Here's Moyer back out in front for Buck. Couldn't quite handle the pass, as right on top of him was Liam Leclerc to knock him down and knock the ball free. And Hill will hang on.
Tanner Buck's made a name for himself all season long. He's been amazing all season long for the Kodiaks, and Liam LeClaire sticking to him like glue. He's not letting him go anywhere. He's got that tag now. He's that guy that can score goals for the Kodiaks.
Bomberry shot from the elbow and scores. Brendan Bomberry gets on the action, scores the 10th goal for the Six Nations Chiefs. And they now lead by 8. Here just 4:40 into the third period.
Sorry about that, Isaac. But just right through the fence there. He just sneaks over the fence, pops it over. Orleman didn't see a bloody thing.
No. The screens that have been set and the screens in front of Orleman, very difficult to find the ball through.
Ball made like Mr. Wilson on Home Improvement there, just kind of sneaking over the fence and can't see a bloody thing.
So Brendan Bomberry gets his first goal of the playoffs. He was missing in game 3 as he was coaching that U9 team that we mentioned earlier. As Lyle Thompson has now in the corner. Swings across for Jackson just over his head. Picked up by Bomberry. He throws a low shot towards the goal. Skips off the end boards. He picks up the rebound and throws another one towards the goal, but that just misses wide as he knocks the net off with the shot clock winding down to 0.
Wasn't that victory lap something, that U9 team? That was awesome.
Got the crowd going, got the team going.
That was awesome.
I don't know how you can't get pumped up when U9s are running around celebrating around the court before the game.
And then that team's just electric. Like we were saying, a lot of Chiefs or former Chiefs, the sons are on that team. You got, of course, you have Brendan Bomberry, you got Wayne Hill, the Quinn Palace, his son is out there. You know what I mean? That's a lot of Minto and Man Cups just on the bench alone.
The next generation of Six Nations Chiefs on that U9 roster. Here's Anderson, one-handed shot, and he scores.
That's why David Anderson is the Rookie of the Year.
What a sneaky shot there from David Anderson. Sneaks one past Warren Hill and gives the Kodiaks their 3rd goal of the game.
Isaac, that's a perfect example of why David Anderson's Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
What a beautiful goal here. Look at this. Great skill. That's not an easy thing to do. One-handed, that's a lot of forearm. That's forearm and wrist strength right there. That's a great goal.
So Anderson gets his first goal of the playoffs in his return. As the Kodiaks have a mountain to climb here, down by 7. Jeremy Thompson wins the draw. As the play gets whistled down, Kodiak's ball quickly back the other way is Liam Patton. Here's Liam Patton now in the corner. Plays it back, hand. Here's Woods now, working his way in. Woods in the corner, trying to spin away from the Chiefs' defense. As Woods throws it across for Austin Murphy, who winds up and fires one just wide. As the ball gets picked up by the Chiefs, Kevin Hill. Tyler Biles bounces one across for Bomberry. He throws one in the corner for Randy Stotts. Why not? The playmaking on display here tonight for Stotts. Here's Randy Stotts now, working against Hunter Agus. Randy Stotts takes a screen and then gets knocked down and draws a penalty. Hunter Agus will go to the box, but Randy Stotts having a couple of words for him as Agus knocked Stotts' helmet off of him in the process, and just like that, the Chiefs back on the power play.
That's the maturity of Randy Stotts, honestly. A few years ago, he would have turned around, gave him a shot, took the penalty in reaction. You know what I mean? He's a cagey veteran now, and he's one of those guys who knows he's going to take that kind of abuse. He's going to the net. So, you know, I mean, he's just one of those guys who's really matured, and it's really showed in his game, not only from a facilitation standpoint, but just an example right there. He gets his lid popped off, just kind of had a couple of words, puts the lid back on, and he's going to come back here and try and score it now.
We didn't see that kind of discipline in game 3, as there was a late penalty by the Chiefs that really made it difficult for them to get back in the game at the ILA. And here we saw some good discipline from Randy Stotts and earns them a power play. Here's Cole at the elbow. Cole waits, shoots. Orleman makes the save. Loose ball out in front. Picked up by Lyle Thompson. Lyle Thompson, the reigning MVP in the MSL, drops it off for Randy Stotts. Cole. Sundown with 2 goals in this game, looking for his 3rd. As Cole has it, back to Sundown, he's in, shoots, just misses wide. Ball goes into the corner, off the glass, right onto the tape of Sundown. There's a long shot from Jackson, already a goal in this game as well. Shot clock will reset to 30 as Orleman makes a save. Here's Thompson, back to Cole, 1:11 left on the power play. Chiefs a lob possession here on this man advantage. Here's Thompson with the shot, that was blocked. Rowan Kelly makes the block there, able to gather it. And then gets the ball knocked loose by Lyle Thompson. Gets an ovation from the stands. Here's Randy Stotts now. Behind the net, in the corner, back up for Balmberry. Balmberry tries to go to the near side. That was picked off and taken away by the Kodiaks, and Liam Patton will carry it out.
That's just another example of the different dimensions that Lyle Thompson brings. He has that defensive, the defensive vision. That was stick check. You could hear that one from here. You know what I mean? That was a vicious stick check. It was stick to stick, had a yard sale, and creates a loose ball.
As Anderson has it now for the Kodiaks. Anderson trying to muscle his way through, but gets stopped in the process by Cree, and the play gets whistled down in the Chiefs' end.
The Cobourg Kodiaks really have a gem in the form of David Anderson. He's fantastic. He's been a fun young player to watch, and they've got some real positive pieces here moving forward. The Cobourg Kodiaks team. Boy, there's a tongue twister. But again, John Webb, Eric Graham, they put together a coaching staff. You know what I mean? This is a new coaching staff this season. They put in a system, and it shows. They've shown great strides so far this season, and it's shown in this series during the season. They've got some great young pieces. You got Hendricks out here. You got Anderson, Buck. You know what I mean? They're a team of the future, that's for sure.
On the ensuing play, the Chiefs did take a penalty. 2 minutes for slashing, so it's 4-on-4 for 3 seconds. As the Kodiaks will go on the man advantage starting now. Here's Buck. At the elbow, Buck waits, shoots, blocked aside by Warren Hill. Austin Murphy able to gather the loose ball in the corner. Back up to Buck. Minute 27 left on the power play. Buck drops it off for Hendricks. Hendricks waits across for Anderson. Anderson swings it across for Buck. Buck back to Anderson as they go back and forth here as Buck takes a shot, but that was turned aside by Hill. Here's Moyer. Hendricks trying to go back to the corner for Buck, but that was taken away, and back the other way is Bell. Here's Tyson Bell now, slowing things down here after a good change from the Kodiaks to stop him from going in. As he plays it back to Sundown with 54 seconds remaining on the Chiefs slashing penalty.
Oh, Mr. Transition.
Yeah.
Tyson.
He's great to have on the transition game, isn't he?
It's exciting to watch.
Here's a nice move from Lyle Thompson. 3 Kodiaks draped on top of Thompson now. As he throws one towards the goal, Orleman makes the save, and with 33 seconds left on the power play, the Kodiaks get one more chance. Trying to avoid the half-court violation. They only have 8 seconds to get over the halfway line. As Buck will swing it down low. Buck up to Hendricks, to Anderson, back down low as they work around the perimeter. Anderson spinning away from the screen, goes across. There's a quick shot from Moyer. Patted aside by Hill, a nice kick save there. As the penalty has expired, back the other way is Tyson Bell.
Moyer's really shown some mettle as well for the Cobourg Kodiaks. He's been fantastic tonight throughout this series.
Into the Kodiak zone, Tyson Bell working his way in the corner. Back out for Balmberry. Swings it across for Randy Stotts. Balmberry sets the screen. Randy Stotts working his way in. Back for Bell. Bell in, shoots. Orleman makes the save. Loose ball. Going to be picked up by the Chiefs. Play gets whistled down on the infraction. Hunter Agus and Tyson Bell talking to one another. In the process, Jackson takes a shot. But the play gets whistled down, so that goal does not count there. I think Jackson scored on the play, but the play gets whistled down.
This isn't the first time Hunter Agus has tried to get under the skin of the Chiefs. He's been doing this most of the series. Actually, before the series, in those 2 games prior.
Now, as that pass from Murphy broken up. Now, as a loose ball gets rolled over to the Kodiaks bench and picked up as they're back into the Chiefs zone. Ball gets knocked loose, picked up by Jeremy Thompson. Jeremy Thompson, goal in this game. Sends it to the middle for Cole. Cole is in, bounces one across for Lyle Thompson. Both of the Thompson brothers on the court here with 9:49 remaining in the third. Here's Jackson now. Jackson waiting in the corner. Jackson in, shoots. Stopped by Orleman. Loose ball gets picked up by Jeremy Thompson, and he rolls one back to Lyle Thompson.
Haven't seen a lot of Jeremy Thompson's good stick tonight.
Great play there from Jeremy Thompson to give the Chiefs another possession here. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's Jackson at the elbow. Screen is set by Cole. Cole has it now at the elbow. Takes a shot, but that was held on by Orleman as the play gets whistled down.
A little bit of frustration going for the Cobourg Kodiaks.
It's always tough when you're having trouble scoring in an elimination game nonetheless, but Warren Hill has been great whenever the Chiefs defense give the Kodiaks anything. Moyer in the corner, plays it back out in front. Hanrahan with a quick shot. Hill slides across to make the save, and the ball gets picked up by Jeremy Thompson.
Nice save on a great quick stick there. That was a great ball movement by the Kodiaks.
Here's Bomberry. Bounces one to Jackson. As he slows things down here for Lyle Thompson. Thompson in, shoots. Just wide on the glove side. Ball gets picked up by Liam Patton for the Kodiaks. With 8:26 to go, they find themselves down by 7. They have some work to do here with 8:20 left. Here's Kelly back for Anderson. Anderson trying to work around Kevin Hill. Anderson working his way in, spinning away from Hill. At the elbow now, Anderson looking for a pass, selects to shoot, that was blocked. Anderson picks up the rebound, 4 seconds on the shot clock. There's a quick shot from the top of the key, high and wide on the shot clock violation.
Dip, dive, dodge, and dip, dodge. What's the dodgeball saying? The officials here having to do a lot of that.
Head on a swivel if you're the officials right now.
Oh my goodness, that's for sure. We're heading here with the 8 minutes to go here in the third period. I'm assuming if the score remains the same, this MSL final possibly may begin Tuesday here at the ILA. Of course, the Chiefs will have home floor advantage for that best of 7 series. Not to get ahead of myself here, but with 7 to go here.
As Randy Stotts slow to get up in the far corner after the shot. Stays up, but in the process, back the other way, the Kodiaks. There's a chance out in front. A nice save from Warren Hill.
Boy, oh boy.
Off the breakaway opportunity for Holden Lowes.
And this is something we're talking about, end of the road here. Just kind of the end of the highway of this series with 7:24 remaining. You want to be unscathed. You want to not be injured for that MSL final night. You got to actually start thinking about that if you're John Tavares, Joey Capito, and Dwayne Dewey Jacobs.
Randy Stotts was slow to get up. He did make his way to the bench. We'll see if he returns or how much playing time he gets now with the lead at 7 in Game 5.
I'm talking if it is a Chiefs Lakers MSL final, of course, all of the games here at the ILA will be broadcast on RogersTV, and you'll be on cable. You'll be online on RogersTV.com. Go to the Brantford affiliate site, and you'll be able to watch live there online. Of course, replays will be on YouTube. Still working out things on the online side of things in Peterborough, and of course, our good buddies Pete Dalladay, Scott Arnold, and the Your TV crew are going to have the call in Peterborough. That will be on cable exclusively, so if you're a Rogers subscriber, you'll be able to watch cable those broadcasts, Your TV broadcasts. We're still working on the streaming bit. I guarantee a chicken wrap that we will be streaming somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it. apparently that's going to be tomorrow's project, I guess.
There you go.
But we will be online somehow, whether it be on the MSL YouTube page. We'll be doing that, but we will be live and online as well. So we're going to make sure for our fans, doesn't matter whether you're in Ontario, you got fans in BC, you got fans in Australia, where else, all over the States, four corners of the world. It's been pretty crazy seeing where some of our viewers have been from, and we're not going to disappoint them for the MSL final. So we're going to be online. I'm going to guarantee that one. That one's for sure.
There you go.
How we're going to do it? Don't know yet.
You got the Daryl Smart guarantee as Cole rings one off the bar. He goes all the way back into the Chief zone.
That's been my goal ever since getting on the executive, trying to make this league accessible online. My goal is to have every single game online and in cable, because we've got great broadcast partners in RogersTV and Your TV. They've been fantastic all season long. Dave Feely and everybody at Your TV have been fantastic. The Rogers group, they've been fantastic partners as well. And hopefully it's a relationship that we can extend and just grow going forward here in MSL.
As Bo Columbus took a slashing call on the previous play. So the Chiefs are on an ensuing power play with 1:05 remaining. As you saw the graphic come up on your screen. And quickly back the other way, short-handed out of the Kodiaks. They really need to get things going offensively here. 7 goals in the last 5 minutes and 22 seconds. Moyer short-handed, Drake Brown on top of him is 3 Chiefs. He gets knocked down and the ball comes free. The Chiefs definitely not letting up here, up by 7 with 5 to go.
No, and that's it. That's been part and parcel for this Chiefs team. They want to keep those good habits going, you know what I mean? Good habit, you don't want to fall into bad habits. And now, as we're down the home stretch here in this series and heading towards a date with the Peterborough Lakers. And again, that on.
Oh, Jackson right at the doorstep. I'm not sure if Orleman got a piece of that or not, as he just misses a grade A scoring chance.
I looked up to the heavens on that one. But that online guarantee, that's for you, Ben Mitchell. Ben Mitchell of Philadelphia. Super fan of MSL, and really appreciate his feedback all the time. And he wants to watch that game from Philadelphia online. Dude, I guarantee it. We're going to do it somehow, man.
As here's Woods streaking in. Woods in, shoots. Turned aside by Hill on the even strength opportunity, as Bo Columbus's slashing penalty has now concluded. Here's Lyle Thompson working his way in, slowing things down here in this third period. Trying to waste as much clock as possible here, up by 7. Shot clock winding down to 10. Jackson, screen set by Sundown. Jackson in, shoots. Stopped by Orleman on the blocker side. Got a piece of it with the stick and knocks that one down.
We didn't talk about that. One person, a couple of guys missing the Chiefs lineup tonight. We got Eric Schnell, Cody Jamieson, they're both not in the lineup, just resting away.
Resting for a date with Peterborough. As that centering pass from Hanrahan to Hendricks broken up. Ball comes free and the shot clock will wind down. Now the Chiefs will just let the ball stay put. Shot clock will wind down to 0 and the shot clock gets reset for the Chiefs. Edwards carrying it out. Goes to the far side, Jackson. Randy Stutz. Slowing things down here. Good to see him back on the court, as they just try to keep the habits going, as you alluded to, Daryl, because it does not get any easier with Peterborough.
No, I mean, you got to keep those good habits going. You just got to keep on going, and it's going to be a grueling best of 7 series. I love watching those two teams play, and you know what? Every game this season those two teams played, both in Peterborough and here at the ILA, they were both, all 4 games were barn burners, and you know what? I wouldn't expect anything else from these two teams. It's going to be a great one. Any predictions?
I would think 6 Nations. I'm going to say 6 Nations in 6. That's going to be my prediction. I know it's on the road. I was going to say 7, but I'll say 6. As on the ensuing play, Randy Stutz from a sharp angle, puts one past Orleman and makes it 11-3. What about you? Any predictions there?
I'm not at liberty to say. I can't.
You can't say.
I wear too many hats. I can't.
Yeah, you're jack of all trades. That's right.
I wear too many hats. I can't say, but all I know, I bet it goes 7.
You want to go 7?
I don't want it to go 7.
But
I don't want it to go 7.
You just want the 4th game on the broadcast. That's why.
But I really do. I really do think it goes 7 games. They're great. I love watching the matchup. Even in the so-called rebuild of the Peterborough Lakers this year, there's been a changing of the guards, so to speak, and Holden Katoni, who's been fantastic this year, arguably one of the best players in the league. He could have had an MVP A, MVP B with Lyle Thompson and Holden Katoni, and of course, he was the Triple Crown winner, goals, assists, and points, and he again ripped it up in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, he did against Brooklyn, had an outstanding series. 11-3, the Chiefs lead the Kodiaks as that centering pass from Moyer out in front was picked off. Now, as the Chiefs able to bring it back the other way, as that one was bounced up ahead for Logan. Logan plays it back for Cole.
I really like the youth movement that Peterborough's gone with. You know what I mean? You got 2 young goaltenders. They've been lights out all season long. They've been rotating it in. Like I said, Katoni's been great. Tate Katoni's been fantastic. Austin Hazen, in his 2nd year in MSL, established himself as an NLLer this past winter. So there's a lot of really great pieces to that Peterborough Lakers lineup, and it's going to be a barn burner.
It's going to be a great series.
That's my prediction. Going to be a barn burner.
It's going to be a barn burner. That's your prediction.
Don't you dare miss it, as Billy Red Lions used to say.
It's going to be a fantastic series nonetheless between Peterborough and what looks like to be Six Nations. They have 1:26 of work left, up by 8 goals, and they are on the power play as this board has a 4-minute power play coming up. And the door is open for the Kodiaks, but no Cobourg Kodiak is entering the penalty box. Now there's someone coming in. It's going to be Anderson going into the box. As the Chiefs go to work here on a double minor. As Randy Stotts has in the corner, back up to Cole. And they will just play around the perimeter here for the 30 seconds. Cole working around the perimeter. Sundown, 2 goals in this game. Jackson also a goal in this game. There's Jackson again. Oh, what a stop by Orleman. An outstanding setup, but an even better save from Orleman on this penalty kill.
What a great way to end the game for Orleman. He's been great this game. You cannot fault him at all for this. That's for sure. He's been lights out.
Outstanding this entire series as well.
He's been great all year.
He's the reason why Cobourg were victorious in Game 3 back here at the ILA.
Did you notice they turned down the air conditioning? Or must have turned the air off.
Yeah, or maybe it's just the Chiefs heating up right now. As they are buzzing. As Orleman can look back on this series, look back on this game, and remember an outstanding save.
Absolutely, and again, lots to build on if you're a Cobourg Kodiaks fan, or if you're Eric Graham, John Webb, and the Brain Trust there. They took some great strides this year. You got to tip your hat off to them. They had some good victories. You know what? They've been great all season long, and I love the camaraderie between the players here in MSL. Before the buzzer stops, it's been great.
Time will wind down, and Six Nations clinch a date with the Peterborough Lakers in the MSL final after winning Game 5 and beating the Cobourg Kodiaks 4-1 in the series with a huge 11-3 win on home field.
What a great series. You know what? This was a great series for the Six Nations Chiefs. This is what they needed to do. They got the job done. Yeah, they're looking ahead. Their mission this season is the Mann Cup. It's no secret. This was step 1. And you know what? This was a business trip, this 5-game set. And of course, with the set like this, you're going to have a little bit of adversity. The Cobourg Kodiaks came to play. They provided that adversity. And you know what? The Six Nations Chiefs and the firepower and the depth really shone in this series here to go 5 games.
The Six Nations Chiefs, you talk about the blanket defense, the smothering defense. They have given up 6 or less goals in 4 of these 5 games in the playoffs. And if that bids anything for the next series, defense is going to be at a premium against the Peterborough Lakers.
Oh, 100%. Dwayne Jacobs, part of the formula of this team, he wanted a mean, nasty defense. That's Six Nations Chiefs lacrosse, the nasty defense. But the element that they bring is very disciplined. They ride that line, that fine line. They don't go over very often. And they've been mean, they've been nasty, and they've been containing teams all season long. And we'll see what happens here in the MSL final. I'm assuming will begin Tuesday, I think. But make sure you tune in to the Six Nations Chiefs social media as well as the MSL social media. As soon as I get a schedule, it will be posted.
And as Gerald predicted, it should be a barn burner of a series. Six Nations tickets themselves a trip to the finals to face off against the Peterborough Lakers with an 11-3 victory over the Cobourg Kodiaks. Well, that does it for us here at the ILA for tonight. As for Isaac Carmichael, Daryl Smart, and the entire Rogers TV crew, we'll see you in the MSL final.